Hello everyone, so welcome in the new video. This is the continuation part of last video, which was live debugging using Nucleo-144 board and STMCubeIDE tool, 32CubeIDE tool, and this is the same code. And now in today's video we will see the concept related to memory. So now to understand the concept of memory, how the data stored in memory, I just added one line in this program, in which is this integer array. I have declared one array, type is integer, number, and I am assigning 9 different value, 100, 200 to 900, right? Other part is same as we have discussed in our two previous videos. Now you are also aware about the step execution, right? Now in today's video I will also show you the concept of breakpoint, so you can simply stop execution anywhere in your whole program using the breakpoint. So it's like a hold point, so even if you run the code continuously, it will stop at the breakpoint and you have to rerun the code again, right? So now just remember that I have just added only this single line in the code. Now let us start debugging. So now from the LED you can observe that now board is in debugging mode. Okay, and this is the breakpoint window. Okay, this you already know, right? Live expression, and our board is in debugging mode. And one more thing I would like to show you now, to access this array, because this array is actually data array, right? So it must stored in a SRAM or RAM. So now we will check in the memory where this array is stored, and for that you should have a base address of this array. And to check or to access this number, you have to use expression, right? So here I am assigning this number to this expression. You can simply delete it and you can add a new array if you want to add, right? So I have already added this expression, and you can see this is the base address. This value is actually base address of the array. So in board, somewhere in memory, on this address, this array will be there, right? Now you can see the values are different here. Values are different. Why? Because this is in a main function and still the code is not executed, and that is why the values are garbage. Now to run this, let us put a breakpoint over here after this line. And to put the breakpoint, you have to simply select window, show view, and you have to select the breakpoint. And when you select this, so you will have this type of window. Now let us just remove this previous set breakpoint. Now to set the breakpoint, you have to simply click on any line, okay, and you have to simply select this run option, and here toggle breakpoint option is there, or you can simply use Control Shift B. And now you can see breakpoint is added using this dot, you can see. And even in breakpoint also you can see line number 82 is having breakpoint, right? Now let us execute this code. So it will stop over here because the breakpoint is there. And now you can see, so this part is executed. So now this declaration part is executed. So now see this, and you can see now all numbers are assigned as per the our values. Now second thing is, let us access this in the memory, in the RAM of this board, right? You can see still board is in debugging mode. So whatever we are executing, or whatever we are checking, everything is from the board only, right? Now to open the memory, again you have to select window, show view, and select the memory browser, right? So this is the browser. You can simply type any address. Since our array is stored from this base address, simply type 0x2007 FFCC and press enter, and you can see some values are there. Now the values are not different, but this is in hexadecimal. So you simply click, use your right click and go to radix and select decimal sign. and now you can see your values are there, right? 100, 200, 300, 400. Now you can change the layout also. Simply use your right click, column, and column set to 1. So now you can see on this 2F007 FFCC value is 100, then D0 value is 200, then D4 value is 300. So each value uses 4 byte, right? And that's why you can see the increment is of 4. So now this is how you can access the array. Now one more operation I would like to perform. I will change this value directly in the memory location, and for that we will use a pointer, right? So you all know what is pointer, right? I will not explain you in detail what is pointer, but simple definition is a pointer is a variable that store the memory address of another variable. Instead of holding the value directly, pointer holds the location where value is stored in memory. So in our program we have a base address, so we will use a pointer to hold the address, and then using pointer we will try to change the uh, this data of array, right? And for that we will use simple function. So let us declare one pointer, and for that you have to use star ptr and assign this number to the ptr, right? So now this ptr will hold the starting you can say address of this array, right? Now let us write a function to change the value. So in our code we have this button, right? And using this button you can turn on and turn off the led. So let us say when user will press this button, it should update the value. Okay, so here I'm adding one function named change, and I'm passing this pointer. Okay, and sorry, I've got change, and I will use another function named void change. I will use argument as a pointer star ptr. Okay, and here I will simply update all the values. So I have to use for loop for integer I less than 10, I plus plus, and here I will simply update the value of the pointer. So for that you can write simply ptr plus 1 plus I, you can say, right? So first time it will increment first data, then second data up to 9, and what we will add, we will simply add 10. So each time it will add 10. So once when user will press the switch, all the value will incremented by 10. Second time when user will press the switch, all the value will incremented by 20. So let us debug this code again. I think some error is there. What? Uh, PTR undeclared. Okay, sorry, I think this function must be in a main, right? So with the LED on only this function should call, right? Now this time it should work. right? Because this is a local variable to the main, so you have to use this ptr from inside the main. Now you can see code is in debugging mode, body is in debugging mode. Again some garbage values are there. Now instead of this, let us change the breakpoint from here to here, right? Where this code will check whether the switch is pressed, button is pressed or not. So add toggle point or add breakpoint over here. You can observe this from here. So you can see on line number 110 breakpoint is there. Now let us check the number here. Let us add our ptr also, right? Okay, now just run this up to here, and you can see the ptr is containing the same address of as the base address of the array, right? Now open the memory browser, and this time you can see address is different, so simply update this address SFC8, press the enter, decimal 1, right? Now I will press the switch and I will simply run this code. So it will run all this up to here, because since this is in while one loop, so it will again stop over here. It will complete the whole one loop, and since button is pressed, it should update all this array, right, directly from the memory. What happened? I think button is pressed. One minute. Sorry. Change. Some error is there. What type of error is there? Okay, change. Now let us check it again. Okay, just run this up to here. Now you can see the number and pointer both are having similar value, same value. Go to the memory browser, open this decimal and single column, right? And now if I will press the switch, this must be executed, again this must be executed. It will simply pass this value ptr, which is address, and from this it should update this ptr plus I 10. Okay, let us put one more breakpoint over here and check whether it is actually working properly or not. So now the execution is at this point. Press the switch, run the program. Now I think this function is button press. This function is not called, right? Why? Let us check. So 125 line also the breakpoint is set, right? Now here it is on this 25 line. Why it is not calling? I think change PTR. Now press the switch. So now this execution is this change function is declared. I think step. Okay, now in for loop. Okay, I think yes, this is the mistake. Sorry, extremely sorry. I have to assign this value integer I is equal to 0, right? Sorry for this silly mistake. Otherwise program is perfect. Okay, now I will simply remove all other breakpoints except 110. Check the live expression, run this up to the checking condition, open the browser, memory, decimal, single column, and now I will press the switch, run the program, and you can see all values are updated because switch is pressed. It will call this function, it will update this value by 10. You can see even memory is also having updated value. Now if I will not press the switch and run the code, you can see these values are not updated because now this function is not called by the program. Now second time also, now third time if I will press the switch, run the program, you can see again these values are updated. So this is how you can access the data from the memory, and using pointer you can update the value directly by passing the only base address. Here you can see in argument we are not passing all the value. Since this is very small array, let us say instead of 10 if we have 100 values, so this is how pointer is useful. So you can directly change the values on all those 100 variable 100 different locations by passing simple base address using the pointer. So this is what for the today's video. If you like this, then please like my YouTube video, share it, subscribe the channel. Thank you very much.